A very good evening. This is Abigail bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. There is a new book out about the Catholic Church history in Nepal thanks to funding from Salesian Mission donors. The book, The Cross on the Roof by Father George Thirumala Chalil, former faculty member in the History Department at the Salesian College Sonada in India, is being distributed to 1,500 people, focused particularly on youth to encourage their spiritual growth. The Don Bosco Institute, located in Kathmandu, received the funding for the book's distribution. The Catholic Church has had a presence in Nepal for more than 300 years, but very little was known about its history in the area. Father Thirumala Chalil did extensive research and wrote the history of the Catholic Church in Nepal to share with Catholics in the country. In the wake of the protests against police brutality, the young people of the Don Bosco Youth Centre in Aiju, near the megalopolis of Lagos, the continent's largest city, with over 20 millions of people gathered for a moment of prayer to invoke from God the gifts of peace, justice and reconciliation, and to express solidarity with the victims of Lekki, a motorway exit near Lagos, where in the night between 20th and 21st October, several young people involved in protests against the police were killed. If we want to see that great Nigeria that we all dream of, we Salesians must do more in making our young people critically aware and educated, and so that they actively and positively engage in politics, said Father Ekukba Chikeze SDB, a Salesian Nigerian who took part in the moment of prayer and solidarity. The gift of the Salesian family for the church and the youth of today was the guiding theme that brought together in digital mode over 250 members of the various groups of the Salesian family of the Inter-America region. The online meeting took place as part of the We Are in the Same Boat project, a project inspired by the preventive system and promoted by the Association of Salesian Cooperators even before the arrival of COVID-19, aimed at saving life and soul through healthcare and the putting into practice of evangelical values. Taking part were the Rector Major's delegate for the Salesian family, Father Juan Luis Playa, the Regional Councillor for Inter-America of the Salesians of Don Bosco, Father Hugo Orozco, several delegates of the Salesian family, and members of each of the 15 groups that make up the region. With Mary in thanksgiving for the 125 years of Salesian presence in Portugal was the theme of the 34th pilgrimage of the Salesian family to the National Shrine of Mary Help of Christians in Mogofors, Portugal, which this year, due to the pandemic, took place in mixed mode with the physical presence of some representatives of the various groups on site and the digital participation of most of the other members of the Portuguese Salesian family. The pilgrimage to the National Shrine of Mogofos represents an event of great importance for the whole Portuguese Salesian family, as well as one of the highlights of the provincial pastoral planning. All the more so in 2020, on the occasion of the 125th anniversary of the arrival of the Salesian charism in Lusitanian land, it was decided not to cancel but rather to renew the appointment with all the necessary precautions. Turn your gaze to the developed and growing cities of India and become aware of the nowhere people of India. The people who build all these cities live in poverty and deprivation. They belong nowhere because they are nowhere people. As Salesians, we must find the courage to create spaces and allow new forms of hospitality, fraternity and solidarity. Our cities are with ultra-modern facilities vying with any of the cities across the world. We can find office complexes, malls, shopping centers and high-rise, cozy apartments. The rich find their homes and living spaces away from the traffic and pollution of the cities of India. But the people who built all these cities and serve the comfort of the occupants just live across the road in poverty and deprivation. They live under tin sheets, cramped quarters without drinking water, toilets and light. The sewerage flows like a canal along the streets. Garbage is strewn all over the alleys. The road is anything but a road with potholes and stagnant water. They live in dark, airless, stinking quarters that resemble a stable. This is what they get after laboring for years to build the ultra-modern cities. They are the nowhere people of India. They originate from all over India. They have been brought to the cities years back by building and manpower contractors to work in the construction sites. They were employed to build roads, metros, malls, offices and housing complexes. On 24th October at the Mama Margherita Vocational Training Center in Cotonou, a meeting was in preparation for the end-of-course exams that the students will have to take. The meeting was chaired by Father Jonathan Pauli, SDB, head of the workshops. On 10th October at the Paradise Cinema in Waigani, the International Short Film Festival was held on the theme Keep Clean, Go Green. The festival presented short films produced by students and university students of Papua New Guinea with the aim of increasing people's awareness of caring much more for the environment and the need to take precautions in the battle against the COVID-19 pandemic. Among the institutes that participated were the Don Bosco Technological Institute, Boroko, Don Bosco Technical School, Gabutu, and Caritas Technical Secondary School, Boroko. Present at the event were Cardinal John Ribbott, MSc, Archbishop of Port Moresby, priests, religious, Salesians, principals of various schools, friends and representatives of the Australian High Commissioner and Caritas Australia. The festival was organized by the Commission for Social Communications of the Catholic Episcopal Conference of Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands and was facilitated by the Secretary of the Commission, Father Ambrose Pereira, SDB. Two important events took place in the Don Bosco Vientiane Vocational Training Center. On 6 October, the Salesians, all the teachers, the cooks and the students met in the hall in the center for the annual celebration of Teachers' Day. On 8 October, Don Bosco Vientiane was honored by the unexpected visit of Mr. Alunsai Sunalat, Secretary General of the Laotian Youth Union and member of the Laotian government. He was accompanied by Mr. Pia Toto, head of the Laos Youth Union Department for Youth Vocational Development. Also present were various officials of the Youth Union and other teachers and students of the Don Bosco FMA vocational centers and the Youth Union of Vientiane. After shows by the young people of song and dances, Mr. Alunsai Sonalit gave an inspiring speech with many practical words of advice and encouragement for everyone. On Saturday, 24th October, the councils of the Salesian cooperators of the provinces of Recife, Belo Horizonte, Sao Paulo, Porto Alegre, Campo Grande and Manaus met online together with the coordinator of the Brazil region, Alzira Marias, and the World Council of the Salesian Cooperators represented by the World Coordinator Antonio Boxia, the World Administrator Cinzia Arena and the World Delegate Sister Lucrecia Uribe FMA. The meeting's main objective was the presentation by each province of the Salesian Cooperators of the Brazil region of the actions developed up to now with the use of economic resources of solidarity within the Rosario Majorano 2020 project launched by the World Council of Salesian Cooperators at the beginning of this year to address the critical issues arising as a result of the pandemic. On 24th October, in the Cathedral of St. Stephen, Salesian Giuseppe Andres Liano Pera was ordained a priest by the laying on of hands and consecratory prayer of Monsignor Angelo Masafra, OFM, Metropolitan Archbishop of Scuda Pult. Also present was Father Angelo Santosola, Provincial of the Southern Italy and Albania IME Province. Father Liano Pira, a Guatemalan Salesian, was sent to Albania and Kosovo with the missionary project Europe in 2015. On Sunday morning, October 25th, the doors of Don Bosco Basilica Temple reopened to allow the faithful to participate in the 11 a.m. Eucharist. Authorities in the country announced that quarantine suspension on Sundays, but at the same time, precautions are priorities to remember. The Eucharist celebration will remain digital streamed every Sunday. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. See you again tomorrow at the same time and in the same channel. Thank you for joining us.